In a world gone mad, this is Mark Mercer's Loving, Caring, Sharing.
Hello, everybody. This is Mark Mercer, and I am joined by my good friend Thomas Vaughn. Thomas, how you doing today?
All right, how's it going? From an abandoned power plant in Fishtown, this is the fortress of free speech, the new IQ. No, UIQ.
You almost
106.9.
You almost did it. You almost did it without, you know what I mean? Without even practice, you did that. You did that pretty good. Listen, the reason that I'm making this this little YouTube link here for you guys is because I have, like everyone else, noticed that Imus is now taking the spot of Lionel. Hi, everybody. My name's Lionel, and I'm going to talk to you about how much I love to smoke marijuana, and I think it should be legal. And Hillary, they're both gone, and everybody's pretty ticked off about it. I'm reading the comments here on the Facebook page, and there's no point going to their website because their website stinks. And,
right.
You know, I was just talking with Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, and, you know, just really, what is going on with radio? Well, it's obvious what's going on with IQ. I mean, IQ came off like it's some sort of conservative radio station. All it really is what? It's a formatted radio station now, isn't it, Thomas? Isn't that what it,
you know, it's much like people who say they're Christian and don't live the life.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm a Christian. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, listen.
Just because a blue streak and are just doing everything they can, it's totally against God. But
exactly,
hey,
yeah, right. It's just,
I'm a conservative.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Hey.
Yeah, but we have a marijuana smoking toting moron in the mornings. Well, now he's gone. They got Imus. Yeah, it is a lot like that. It's like you know, just because you sleep in a garage doesn't mean you're a car. Anyway, so I decided to make this recording because first of all, I want to look at this as a recording. Resume Rebuke for 106.9. You know, you guys, here's the problem, all right? I know the guy that's in charge over there, all right? The guy in charge over there is Lee Jacobs, all right? I talked to him last year. I said, Lee, you need a guy like me on. Well, I'll be making a decision about that. Yeah, sure you did. And what he's done is he's absolutely removed any talent from this thing. He's turned this into just basically, listen to... You know, they're just a relay station now. That's all they are. There's nothing to the state. There's nobody from Philly.
Localized at all.
Yeah, you got a substantial crew of conservatives here in Philadelphia. That's the thing. You got a crew, and they want to hear somebody conservative. Lionel was maybe amusing. He wasn't very good, but he was amusing because of his whining voice all the time on IQ 106.9. It drove me out of my mind listening to this guy. It was like a squeaking mouse. But he's gone now, and I say good. The problem is they brought in Imus. What they need to do is they need to bring me on. What do you think, Thomas?
I think it would be a good proposition for them, especially now it seems that they have truly abandoned the power plant in Fishtown.
Yeah, it seems that way.
It's a relay station.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's just maybe a commode or something over there. I don't see any sign of a building. I actually looked at their address, and I don't know where they're at. I don't believe anything I see. You know, Mark's rules of the internet, Thomas. I've told them to you before. Do you remember them?
Oh, I don't remember the message.
All right. I'll refresh your memory.
That's
fine. We'll go over it again. All right. Mark's rules of the internet goes like this. Believe none of what you read. Believe less than half of what you see. And
right.
Everything else is a virus. Okay? That's Mark's rules for surviving the internet. Now, if you want to survive this radio station, IQ 106.9, the only way you're going to be able to survive is if you get a Philly bona fide, myself, with my crew. And my crew is Thomas Vaughn, we've got Steve, there's Daniel, and my buddy Scotty. We've got our own crew. We're all Philly boy, well, except for Steve. I mean, he's that Arkansanian Southern boy, but, you know, we've got a crew together. We could pull this off because not only are we conservative, but we're Christian. Oh, we don't want to hear from those guys. They might start talking about Jesus. Well, we're not, preaching all the time when we talk with each other ourselves, are we, Thomas?
Right. When we say we're conservative, we're true conservatives, not the Lionel, I'm going to fake my conservative.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, I mean, you can go so far with saying you're conservative, but like when we find out the real story about you, then that's what separates the oats from the flakes and whatnot. So anyway, I read all these comments by some of these folks here, and there's some good ones here. I mean, there's not everybody's just happy to say Imus sucks. Some people were content to actually give some thought to what they want to say and put down a few things that I thought were noteworthy. But I'm not going to get into...
Some said they wanted Lionel back, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I want to be back on the radio. I don't think that would be a good idea. I don't think that would be a good idea at all. I think what they need to have is they need to have me on They need to have Steve. They need to have Scotty, and they need to have you. You know, you're the best voiceover guy I know. I mean, you've been doing my show on North Star Radio on the internet, which I get no money for the past 6.5 years now, Thomas.
Yeah, and if you get no money, that means I get no
Exactly,
money.
right.
Yeah.
I'm a capitalist. We need to make as much money and a lot of it as possible. But we're not making that right now, but we should be. As far as I'm concerned, between you, me, Steve, Scotty, and Daniel, we've got the best crew that could possibly ever be on radio in the world. I mean, am I right or am I right?
We're right, man. That's it. Top notch.
Exactly. I mean, everything. I've never yet seen us hit a slump. We've never had a hiccup. Everything's just always purred right along. We've never had issues. The only issue we have is we need to be on radio. That's the issue. And there's a lot of stuff to talk about, especially now with this country blowing up. And I told you this the other day. I said I'm really not going to be at least a bit surprised when Obama decides to suspend the Constitution and basically become dictator, sequester the Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Supreme Court, put them all in jail, basically, so that he can run this country all by himself indefinitely. And I'm not going to be surprised when it happens. And the reason it's going to happen, it's going to be because of this kind of nonsense, where they put Imus on in the morning instead of somebody that actually knows what in the world's going on in this world.
Does Imus even get up in the morning? I don't know.
I don't know. He must have. He was on top of the news for this morning. I mean, he knew about the Zimmerman case, and he was talking about it. So I don't think it was recorded like last Thursday.
But I knew about the Zimmerman case last night, so...
Oh, speaking of which, what were your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, from a standpoint of...
Yeah, just for, you know...
Not my... I mean...
Yeah, what did you think?
You know, from a standpoint as a Christian, you know, the reality is it's not my place to really stick judgment into what goes where as far as that. That's man's law. Man needs to take care of that.
Right.
As Christians, we need to go out and reach out to other people, and both families need prayer. That's
absolutely
the reality.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. That's pretty much how I see it too. I'm just astonished. Well, I'm not really astonished. I'm not really even surprised. I do get astonished sometimes. You know, when like people break out and start doing like ridiculous stuff and like what they're doing in L.A. and things like that. But then again, it doesn't even surprise me at all because, you know, we only have to look back a little ways and you can find all kinds of stuff that's happened. I mean, if you want to go back far enough, you can go back to O.J.'s trial and all the violence that broke out after that.
Well, you know, what I look at in particular, like the Facebook thing of recent, you know, you see... I've seen actually from people from my church making a number of comments on both sides of the issue, and all that does is cause division and more hurt between our own people in that respect. So if you're doing that, us in a way that is being one-sided on the issue one way or the other, all you're doing is causing more division.
Right. I mean, if you
that's what our country seems to be built on this day and time.
Well, it is. I mean, we've swung a long time ago. We swung away from the idea of being able to actually speak with one another about issues and trying to persuade the other person to your point of view, to basically just a pissing contest in each other's ears. That's really all it is anymore. There's no such thing as like having an open discussion in the arena of ideas. It's just people blasting off left and right. I go on Facebook, I see all kind of stuff from people I agree with and people I don't agree with. And all I can think is like, you're not ever going to get anybody to agree with you by talking that way. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I saw somebody just put in big, bold capital letters like they were screaming, "Not guilty."
Yeah.
And this was somebody from the church, and I'm like... You know, then I saw another person of color that was on there, and they're like extremely upset because they're saying, "I see what your true color, or not true color is.
Yeah.
I see what your true ideas are, true thoughts are now." So that, I mean, we don't need that. That's not what we need.
There's nothing constructive going on with any of this stuff, and I'm convinced Facebook is the devil. It is. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Facebook is the devil. It's not helping grow us culturally. It's not helping build bridges. It's not doing any of that stuff. It's giving people a place to just explode.
Right. Yeah. People, you know, it shocks me what people put on Facebook. I've learned a lesson a long time ago what not to put on the internet.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember that.
For everybody to see.
I remember that. That was like about 6 years ago that happened.
Yeah, so one of those incidents, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
You don't need to go out and start doing crazy stuff.
Exactly.
And who needs to know all of your business anyway? I can't believe people actually. I mean, it's like every 5 minutes they get back on there and put some new comment. I'm taking a shower. I'm brushing my teeth.
I'm picking my nose.
What? We all do that every day.
Yeah,
big deal.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. I don't want to see your food. I really could care less. But I would sometimes like to show you mine. So, anyway, look, Lee Jacobs over at IQ. This is my what do you want to call it? This is my rebuke to you personally. And my resume at the same time. I'm sending it along. My name is Mark Mercer. I'm on Facebook. So is Thomas Vaughn. By the way, Thomas, how can people reach you if they decide they don't want to hire me to be on the radio, but they do want to use your beautiful voice for doing commercials? How can they get a hold of you?
If you want to use my services, just visit tvproductions.us.
That was easy.
That's tvproductions.us.
One more.
I had a crack in my voice at the end of that one.
Try it again.
tvproductions.us. There we go.
Okay, you did it, and I'm proud of you. Hey, look, I want to thank you, Thomas, for joining me for this rant. I think it needed to be said. I am not going to be the least bit surprised when we find out it's deleted later today.
No, it happens.
Yeah, but we gave it a shot. All right,
we're only playing our part in the part of division, I mean, let's just put it out there.
We're doing what we can. All right, well, anyway, folks, you all have a great day. And remember, IQ 106.9 now officially sucks. Have a great day. I'm Mark Mercer. Thomas, say bye-bye.
Bye now.